Yeah, I mean that's true. That's very true. It's part of fantasy is falling in love with it. I think.
Right, it's falling in love with the world and the characters, which I obviously did with One Piece. God damn it, it's so
The
good.
worst part about fantasy is because that's one of those that really pulls you in. I mean, that's one of those because if it's just a normal like a slice of life and stuff, you can enjoy the characters and you feel like you're one of the characters or whatever. If a character disappears, you're like, oh, that kind of sucks. But like fantasy, it's like you're in this whole new world, you're all in it together, and everything's going great, and then someone dies, you're like, no.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's way more immersive. It's one of the most immersive genres.
If done correctly.
Exactly. I'd say it's up there with like mystery, because I'd say mystery is one of the most
Yeah.
immersive genres too.
Yeah, this next one fits right in. Supernatural. We'll kick it right into it because it fits with fantasy.
Yeah, it's I see fantasy as like or not. I see supernatural as like ghosts and stuff.
Okay.
Which plays into horror because I've seen a few animes that are like Ghost Hunt, and they're pretty good.
I don't know if I've seen any under like that aspect of what you're considering
Well,
super.
I know Ghost Hunt falls into like the trifecta. It falls in of like of this type of genre, like supernatural horror and mystery. It that like has all three of them.
Okay, well, I've seen a couple episodes of both the animes because I tried to give them a chance of Death Note and of Bleach, and I think they both fit underneath this category.
Yeah, there's the weird thing about it is that supernatural is kind of a vague genre because it has like there's different kind of supernatural. Like you have the Bleach kind, and then you have like the Ghost and Ghouls kind.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of wiggle room in there.
Yeah, definitely. But I'd say that the Ghost and Ghouls kind is way more like it fits in way better with horror and mystery. Like any show that has ghosts and ghouls probably has horror and mystery too. Like Monster's a good example. It has all three of them.
Okay, well, actually, you know what? Since all right, we'll tie these in together and then we'll move on to the next one. But we'll tie supernatural and horror in with an anime that I personally enjoyed slash hated with everything I am, which is Gantz. Uh, uh, because I absolutely loved Gantz at some points and absolutely hated it because it made me so depressed. But uh, that's definitely a good example of supernatural, I think, and horror because I would consider the alien aspect as supernatural.
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
And the fact that they're like technically like in some sort of a spirit realm thing. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't think anybody can sit down, watch Gantz all the way through, and tell you they have a fucking clue what they just watched.
No, they can't, especially because of the end. Like they could probably get up to like close to the end and be like, okay, I kind of get what's going on up until this point, and then the end, they're just like, I don't know, I give up, fuck it.
Who am I? That's kind of how I felt at the end of Gantz.
Who am I? What do I do?
Oh, anyway, I haven't watched a lot of horror. I
Yeah, there's not a lot of horror animes out there.
and I
There's
don't
a
know if
few.
I
There's
don't
a
know
hand.
if I'd do it.
There, it's a different.
Oh, High School of the Dead.
Really, is that horror? That's
They
not.
consider it horror. I consider it a could have been amazing crap because of the over fan service. Just rape the fan service, but that's a whole nother talk. We'll just all
We'll save that for another time.
right. Moving into mystery because we don't know shit about horror apparently.
Well, we don't know shit about mystery either. Like the best example I have of mystery is Monster, and I haven't even finished Monster.
Uh well, I
It's pretty self-explanatory too.
yeah, I've never even seen that mystery. I'm trying to think if there's any that I've seen of mystery. Not
You know,
really.
all with the lights out, with the candlestick. That's
No, it's just one of those that either one, no one's recommended a mystery to me, or two, I've never really gone out of my way to check into that because it's not like my genre.
yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I stumbled across a few, and Monster kind of held my attention, but it lost me about midway through.
Okay, I mean, I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah. So on to the next one. We're getting down to the last few here, up to psychological.
Yeah.
Now, there's a few shows that are defined by its like psychological warfare, and I'd say the two of them are obviously Death Note and Code Geass. But I'd say a lot of animes don't have this genre until the end, when they just completely mind fuck you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's
I would
see,
completely agree.
Gantz, Berserk, Angel Beats, Desert Punk to an extent.
Yeah,
Like the
alright.
list goes on. Like the
Yeah.
list just goes on and on.
One, the one I don't think you watched, but I watched whenever I was younger with Big O. I think it would fit
Yeah,
in
I
this.
never liked Big O.
It was alright. It's one of my first animes I'd ever watched.
I did like the intro though.
Close enough. Close enough.
Pretty
But
much defines the show, man. Giant robots.
I I haven't seen a lot of psychological either.
Yeah. Well, the next one coming up, you probably haven't seen any of, and that's romance. And the I can think of a few that I've seen. Probably like Vampire Night and or on High School Host Club, and they were good, but they weren't great.
I I kind of wanted to watch Vampire Night because I didn't know what it was about, and I had a
It's
couple
it's a
requests.
romance, but it's not a bad. It's watchable.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fairly good.
One they have on the list is Fooly Cooly under romance.
That is a romance, man. He falls in love with.
I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, I can't spoil the end, but
Yeah, that's why I cut you off.
he does this one thing with the
Shut the
thing.
hell up. But it's a romance in its own
Yeah,
mind fucking way.
yeah. Oh man, the end of Fooly Cooly. It's so sad.
Oh, they have Inuyasha on the list. That's
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
didn't really
parts of
care
it.
for Inuyasha,
It was
so
kind of I always called it the chick version of Dragon Ball Z back in the day. It was like the dudes watched Dragon Ball Z, the chicks watched Inuyasha, and then there was some dudes that was like they were watching Inuyasha. I was like, okay, that's cool. Whatever you like to do, man.
no judgment.
I mean, I've seen parts of it, and it was, yeah. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, it didn't really hold my attention. I got about 60 episodes through, and I was like, yeah, I had enough of this.
I think part of my problem is I've never had a girlfriend that liked anime. I've never had one yet, and I think that's probably why I haven't watched these, the romance or
Yeah,
the
because you've never
drama.
been dragged into it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I've just run out of things to watch, so I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it. I don't give a fuck.
All right, science fiction.
Science fiction. There's most animes that have science fiction in them are going to be about giant robots.
Yeah, all of our futuristic style of our science fiction. There's absolutely just a shit ton.
Giant robots and spaceships, man. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Well, I would argue Claymore is kind of science fiction because it's like I don't know, like half breeds of
Yeah,
bred
of
by
like
science. If they
of
use science,
demons,
if they use science,
yomas.
you know what I mean?
But they weren't bred. They were just born, weren't they? Like half
No,
and half.
no, I don't. I can't remember. It's been a long time
Yeah,
since
I
I've seen
can't
it.
remember either.
Yeah. Okay. This one definitely needs to be on the list. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
So much alien interaction. Never
Yeah, there's
any.
quite a bit.
Rarely is it a friendly alien.
I don't know, man. That year when he gets, like, the few years that he was gone after Namek exploded, he apparently met a lot of friendly aliens.
I said rarely. For the most part, everybody wants to kill the world, and
Everybody
anyway.
wants to blow up the world. Yeah, that's true. Alright, we'll move on because we're running out of time. The last one, the very last one on the genres list is Tournament.
Oh, so good, so good.
This is a good genre because I can name a lot. Like Flame of Recca is probably at the bottom of my tournament list, but it's still good. Yu Yu Hakusho is really great, and Hajime no Ippo is up there at the top.
Totally agree, man. Loved Hajime no Ippo, and I didn't make it
So
to
great.
all of it, but I did watch like the entire first tournament, and I loved it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, fuck, what the hell am I talking about? Hajime no Ippo. I watched the whole damn thing. I'm thinking of Yu Yu Hakusho.
You didn't watch the whole thing. You didn't watch the subbed part.
Okay, I watched. Okay, you're right.
It still counts.
Yeah, all right, fine. I was totally out to lunch. I got distracted. People running in and out of my house, but no. Hajime no Ippo was freaking amazing, and that is probably, I'd say that's maybe my absolute favorite tournament style. Oh, well,
Are
Dragon
there
Ball
any
Z.
other
Dragon
ones?
Ball Z.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z is tournament style too.
Fucking love it. I love the tournaments in Dragon Ball Z.
Is that what other ones are there? Is that just those four? I know one of them you haven't seen, but that's like I don't think. Maybe, no, Baki the Grappler. There you go. That's tournament. That's 5. I'm trying to think of more.
They have Initial D on the list.
I could kind of see it, but yeah, all right, I could see it.
I've never seen it, so
It's
I
fine.
honestly don't know. They have Pokemon on there. Hell yeah. That's yeah, but honestly, I haven't seen a lot of tournament style, so I really don't know.
I've seen the handful. I've seen a handful that's out there, and most of them are good.
The ones that my favorite tournaments that I've seen: Dragon Ball Z, Hajime no Ippo, Yu Yu Hakusho. Those are beast mode. They're just,
All of those that you said except for Dragon Ball Z, and I'm substituting that for Initial D because they threw it on the list.
I mean, it's just good. I actually enjoy a well written out, well thought tournament style.
Yeah, I really do too. And in Yu Yu Hakusho, they really did it well.
Oh, dude, that was insanely beautiful.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Oh, I need to go
And
rewatch that.
you didn't even see the next tournament, the
No, I
one
know. I watched the
that's
first
held
tournament.
at the end.
I know. I just watched the first tournament. That's all I've seen. I need to go finish that.
Yeah, you do because it gets really good.
Oh man, we didn't. I didn't even think about like an action, but like, there's a ton of really good samurai ones like Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh yeah, Rurouni Kenshin, that's pretty good. There's
Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good stuff too. I enjoy getting into that. The feudal era.
Yeah, there's a bunch that we could talk about, but we're out of time and we went through all of the genres. So we're gonna wrap it up.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
We'll see you Friday.